Hello students, in previous session we have completed general characters of division Bryophyta under kingdom Plantae. Plants includes 5 divisions. Algae belongs to aquatic habitat. Bryophytes grow on the moist surfaces, hence we call amphibians of plant kingdom. These are non-vascular cryptogams, means they lack xylem and phloem. Cryptogams means they produce spores to complete their mode of reproduction. When we consider a plant body, which is a tiny plant having a length of 1 centimeter, showing rhizoids for anchorage and absorption, stem-like structure and leafy appendages. This plant body is thalloid. So thallus mode of development is common in Bryophyta. In today's session, let us classify division Bryophyta into 2 classes. Class 1 includes liverworts. In olden days, the extractions from these plants used for curing the liver disorders. This is one reason to say why they are, to tell why they are liverworts. Along with that, when you see the Rixia, which is the main example in this group, the thalloid plant body shows lobed structures, which are compared with the lobes of the liver. So this is another reason why we call them as liverworts. The liverworts are dorso-ventrally flattened structures creeping on the moist surfaces. It has rhizoids, which are tiny root-like structures. The leafy appendages are growing on stem-like stalk. They help in photosynthesis. This dorsi-ventrally flat body produces gametangia. Antheridia to produce antherozoids, Archegonia to produce egg. Antherozoids are biflagellated, they swim in water and runaway water will carry them towards the egg for fusion. After fusion, zygote develops into a sporophyte having a foot for support which absorbs everything from the gametophyte. It has a seta for conduction and capsule for the production of spores by meiosis. When the capsule breaks, the minute haploid spores, they go to distant places, they germinate into new gametophyte. So here, gametophytic stage is haploid and sporophytic stage is diploid. This kind of life cycle, which we observe in Bryophyta, is said to be haplodiplontic life cycle. Let us come to the second class, which includes mosses. These mosses show 2 stages in their development. The primary stage is cylindrical, green, chlorophyllous, highly sensitive, absorptive in nature, creeps on the ground. It is a moist surface known as protonema stage. Now this protonema is producing secondary branches in vertical order, and this secondary protonema will produce gametangia at the apex. So primary stage for creeping and for photosynthesis along with the anchorage plus conduction, and secondary protonema which is having leafy appendages for photosynthesis, and it helps in sexual reproduction by producing antheridia and archegonia. As usual, like liverworts, antherozoids are biflagellated male gametes. Obviously, they swim in water, they go towards the egg by chemotaxic phenomena, they fuses with the egg to form a zygote, and zygote develops on the female gametophyte. So here the thallus may be homothallic, having antheridia archegonia, or it may be heterothallic. When the thallus is heterothallic, antheridium producing antherozoids which move towards the female gametophyte having archegonium enter the venter through the neck, fuses to form a zygote. So this zygote is highly protected, supported, nourished by the female gametophyte. This is the zygote which will give rise a new sporophyte with foot, seta and the capsule, and capsule have mother cells which produce spores by meiosis, and the spores released from the capsule germinate in favorable condition. Whenever the moist conditions are created, each spore germinate into new gametophyte. This is how bryophytes with liverworts dorsoventrally flat and mosses having primary protonema and secondary protonema producing gametangia at the apex will complete the life cycle showing haploid gametophyte and diploid sporophyte, showing haplodiplontic life cycle. Let us come to economic importance of bryophytes. Number 1, as they grow in rainy season, they cover the surfaces of the soil. They hold the soil particles, retain the soil moisture. Thus, they prevent erosion of the soil. They maintain filled capacity moisture for a longer time, make the soil fertile and porous, which supports percolation of the runaway water. Second economic importance, it grows like a mat on the soil surfaces, which is an excellent food material for the herbivores. The third economic importance of bryophytes, the species like sphagnum, they comes under a group moss. They forms a peat. It is excellent fuel. We can use this as a fuel, as a secondary renewable resource. As the peat retains moisture for a longer time, it is used for transshipment of the living material. Transshipment means if you want to transfer any organ or a tissue in a moist condition, then we can use these peats of the mosses. And the most important, in rainy season, they retain the photosynthetic rate and they becomes largest producers as terrestrial plants. With this, I will conclude today's session. Thank you very much.